Oh, what's going on? The final day. The trial. I'm not prepared. Let's do it. December 28th. 9:51, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Voices. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What was that? Warg. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. Oh, they must have, like, electrostatic discharge or something. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Are you not going to be there? Oh, she's still in contempt of court. That's hilarious. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. I love Edgeworth's face animations. He's like, did I really do it? Like, why am I here? Edgeworth is looking glum, as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! Whoa! What are you doing? Or what are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Oh my gosh, Maya, stop. Maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. I can't do that. Oh, pal. I was about to say it's Gumshoe. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Oh, he got him. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good, huh? Loki says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Energy. I feel it. 10 o'clock, as always. What do you think, Didahouya? Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor, as usual. The prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Oh shit. He's kind of like, okay, he's cooled off a little bit. That's very odd. I cannot wait to see what that means. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Oh, he doesn't know. That's why. Okay, it's cool. Very well. Please, bring the witness into the courtroom. I'm so sick of this, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the court. I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? Objection. Why the witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. I think I'm a little too close to the mic. My bad. Very well. Please begin your testimony. I'm so sick of this man, truly. I would rather have an active witness rather than a witness.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow.
Ooh, I already see where I'm gonna press him right away.
I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So, my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Dude, I don't even have to press him. I already know what to present as evidence. I got coffee with me, I'm sharp today. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You are Yanni? I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I'm going to prove it. Okay, let's go. Why I left court. Okay, we don't need to mess with all this. I already know, come on. I don't have the letter. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Oh shit, I completely forgot about that. Shit, hold on. First things first, I have to, okay. My bad. I jumped the gun. I really thought it was smart. Press him. I'd call what you did running away, and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Objection. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. And 10 seconds. Or 17 seconds, or whatever he said. Yesterday. Food.
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France.
What the
They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. God damn it. Figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. Bullshit. You've lost much of your memory. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep. It seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Okay. Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? Okay, that's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. White. Very well, witness. Please continue. I need one of those motive things, and I don't got one. If I had the letter, I'd be perfect. I thought I was perfect. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial. Oh my gosh.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Yeah? Of course, Your Honor. Do you think I'm stupid? The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. He's wearing sandals.
Order. Order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb fuck, Colonel. What if he actually doesn't know, and he's trying to play me to get information? No, he does know. He has the files. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. I was gonna say, you might know him. You're old.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident.
Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. What?
Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court?
Shit.
This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. You are here. What?
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then, we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see. That makes sense.
God damn it, I hate playing right into, like, the opponent's hands. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why? The witness has no fingerprints. Time to take a sip. What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant.
I don't know what voice to give this man. He's just old as shit, okay? And he has brain damage, so I'm just trying to, like, come up with voices for that.
I burned my fingers working with that stuff. Yeah.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burnt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Well, what will you do?
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright?
It seems that the case has been decided. No.
No. Just because we can't prove who this man is doesn't mean it's over. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it because you tased me in the record room and stole my shit. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. Don't do that.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Edgeworth, take the stand, please.
Nick, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. Fuck! What do I do? Tisk.
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, huh?
Please, actually. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Holy shit, wait. Yeah. Yes! I was hoping we'd be able to do this. Cross-examine his parrot.
What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to...
Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up?
On my
proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's parrot. Pet parrot. Oh my god.
Order? Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes out of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Yes. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Oh my gosh.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
Hey! Oh, this is hype.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Okay.
Very well. Witness, who is your owner? Please, testify for us.
Hello, Squawk. Okay, awesome. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Oh my god. Right.
What are you going to do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Just press him. Hello. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right. What do I say?
Yeah, right? Have we forgotten something? I'm pretty sure, like, one of us said that before. As I recall, 2 days... Yes. I remember that.
Polly, Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk? Don't forget DL6, Squawk.
Yes. Let's go. Hype. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello? Oh, fuck. Hold on.
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot.
Hello, fuck.
Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Did he really get to Polly? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we've forgotten anything? Shit. Excuse me. Witness, you can't just... Okay, I want you to testify. Why you talk to her? Right. What do I say? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly.
Or Polly, what's your name?
Polly.
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that the parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Yeah? Yes, it does.
Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
I'm sorry. I tried it. Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. I was just kidding. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... fuck. The erstwhile companion of the boat shop caretaker answers to the name Polly.
Mr. Wright, I had hoped you would have learned this by now. Making random guesses here is a waste of court time.
Wrong again.
That is all. Witness, continue your testimony.
Okay, good, I didn't get punished for that. Yeah. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Bro.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
I'm not sure I follow.
It could... I'm lost. It clearly contradicts the, I thought...
You don't sound very convinced, Mr. Wright. Objection overruled.
That's fine. I was willing to take that. I don't think that won me any... Okay, let me try... Answers to the name Polly. He's been calling her Witness. Your Honor, what did... Okay, it doesn't... I don't see anything contradictory. No, objection over... Okay, okay. Okay, well, I've tried everything. Oops, that didn't go so well. What do you want me to do? Like, press her again? You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe it. Well, Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh?
A safe?
Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack?
1228. 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker?
Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to the safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof.
What could possibly link the number to the caretaker's true identity? Oh my god. Oh, what's it called? December 28th is when, like, the case just gets thrown out the window. I just realized that. That is crazy. I'm surprised I did not catch that until now. Oh my gosh.
The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in the file is something relating to the safe number?
Oh shit. The case summary, maybe? It's on the case summary page. I actually forgot what page it's on. When they don't give you, like, all the information and you kind of have to remember it, I don't do that well. Danganronpa had all those truth bullets. You got to read shit. It wasn't necessarily straightforward, but, like, I think it was easier than this.
The case summary.
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident. December 28th. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah.
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Objection.
Why?
Bah. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I'm number one.
You are not, what's his face from, Lazy Town. Don't disrespect.
This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where the hell am I going to find that?
Nick, we're getting closer.
See? Okay, she's right.
One more. If we could just get one more piece of evidence.
Right. But what?
Very well, witness. You may continue.
Fudge, hold on. Yeah, just press. Hold on. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't. Okay, I've seen all this before. I guess we need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay. Witness, you can't. Okay, I've said all this. What you testify my own talk. Right. What do I say? I already tried. Have we forgotten something? The name in terms of it relating to... If Polly says her name, what can I match with that to, Let's just try it again. We got the safe numbers, so let's try this again. Maybe I should get her to say her name.
Polly, what's your name?
Polly, okay, Mr. Wright. I think we've established the pair's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with the owner's identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. Yes. Listen, we're not here to answer the question, who is the caretaker? We already know. We just have to prove that it's Yanni Yogi. Okay, Your Honor. The proof that the parrot's name reveals, Oh, I could have looked at this. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, it's sick. It was a, like, shot in the dark type shit. Shit. I did this last time. It wouldn't be the DL6 incident, would it? Twice. Whoa, wait. Yanni Yogi trapped in an elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation after his arrest. Fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Was I actually supposed to look at this? Whoa! The DL6 case file. It's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof, then? Show us, or we stop wasting our time.
Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to the parrot's name?
I forgot. Let me just check real quick. Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See?
Indeed. It does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins.
Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. I did not think this game was going to be like that real. I thought it was just fun and games. That's why he named his parrot after her. A little close to the mic.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Ah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
She's only 7 years old. That has nothing to do with the case, bruh. Judge, like...
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop.
Immediately. Where was he? Oh, because we had the bird on the stand. Okay.
Witness, tell us your name.
Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember?
No.
It's okay.
Look at him standing up right now. This is what I'm talking about. I guarantee you his voice was shit too, so now he's gonna have like a more straight up voice. I've accomplished what I wanted. I can't,
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally.
He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years? That's a big grudge, my guy.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name
is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life.
Excuse me, I got coffee gas.
I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
This is such, like, a relief for me, bro. This has been so confusing. I'm so happy he just kind of, like, came out and said it. Whew. If I was Phoenix right now, I would... Ooh.
Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant Miles Edgeworth is... innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand?
Edgeworth, you got some broad shoulders.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved.
Do we really have to talk about them? Please? No? This will be a short video, please? Compared to the other ones?
Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Guilty. Okay.
Big ups.
Let's go.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
That's so... I was gonna say, okay. That was Edgeworth. Yeah, that was Edgeworth. I knew it wasn't over yet. Knowing this game now, it's never over. Oh, I just thought of something really funny. It wasn't Von Karma. Wait. But that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Yeah, and if you don't stop talking, we won't be able to stop it.
Uh-oh. What do I do? I mean, like, what Edgeworth is doing is kind of like cool in a sense, but like, I defended you. Come on. Yeah, I'll fight with you to like prevent you from sacrificing yourself on some like personal morality shit. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Oh my god.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He is right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
Okay, fine. Let's do it. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean, in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for the DL6. For DL6. The statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Is it according to day, or is there a specific time during the day? Technically, like, his guilt means nothing now.
This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. This shit is wild. Crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
They really want you playing this game for a long time.
I think
I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
We were in that shit for almost 4.5 hours. This music is still up. I'm sorry, right. I've just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you. Kill your dad.
I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, and no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy. Just crazy.
We're all like in a circle huddled up.
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. Yeah, me too. Like, I need to be ready. This shit's gonna have something to do with it. This shit's gonna have something to do with it. You see what I'm saying? I'm pointing like you can see. There's a hole in the elevator, like, window. He was shot through the window, no? Like, what? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so confused. You see what I'm saying? Look. I mean, I have no doubt, you know, he was shot, but it was not within the elevator. He was shot from outside. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, pal? He's just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, Tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. That felt really awkward to say. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. That was a 6-minute recess?
Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
By the book? I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you, you son of a bitch?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. Please. That sounded funny. The DL6 incident. Oh my gosh. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream?
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. He would not sound that upbeat. Yes, Your Honor. Of course, Your Honor. Just press him, like... I realize that pressing kind of reveals some new shit that you eventually sometimes present evidence to, so... That's what we're doing here. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. Aha! As we went to leave and... yeah. So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, no one came to help. Sad. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked.
So, you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes, I think. After I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. Is the scream important? The scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony that clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I better find out quick. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. Haha! The murder weapon was fired twice. Okay. I really did not pay attention to that. There was a single gunshot, then a scream. Hello. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. Now look at me. Now look at this file. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. What are you talking about?
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Let me check real quick. I just want to make sure. I'm not trying to get some simple shit wrong. The victim data. Okay. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're...
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots... One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy, at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot...
Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had... Yes, I do. You saw it. I pointed it out earlier. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? That's impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this case? Yes.
Look at this photograph. Now look at me. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where?
Your Honor, please, just look, please. Put on some glasses, some readers, and take a look for yourself. Show the judge the contradiction. Take that. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet hole in the door.
Duh. Your Honor. Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet, there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course. Huh?
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary? That's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of the matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door.
I'm confused. Excuse me.
Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I'll have to discount the defense's claim.
Gosh.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
How did this happen? I had everything lined up. It was perfect. I don't believe that the second bullet doesn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick!
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just... When I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick,
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections? Any objections?
No. No, I do not. I guarantee you Grossberg's got something to do with this shit.
So, you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did.
oh no. He's accepting the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I should be saying. But my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright, I have an objection. Your Honor. I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Oof.
Nick,
I don't know. His case is perfect.
oh no.
Ah. It must exist. Yeah! Mia.
The second bullet.
What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist. But where?
Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to
Wait. Who? Okay, so, just let it play out.
It seems waiting is not going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. I am on the edge of my seat. It's just... Someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer. Who would have beef against Edgeworth besides this man?
The murderer. Then tell us, just who is the murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet. But why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for their murderer to search for that bullet?
Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Need. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it.
Bah! What possible reason could they have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... The bullet would be proof. Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof? Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with... Bro, what are you talking about?
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Huh?
Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired?
Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you.
That's fine. This isn't going so well. Is there some pressing? No. I guess not. Why would the murderer have spent the time looking for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. I'm confused. Hold on.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer. What does that mean? Okay, here's what I'm thinking, because I can't stand this. The report claims that there were 2 shots fired. However, only 1 bullet was found, and that was the one inside Gregory Edgeworth's heart. And we have that. Von Karma was trying to take that. Like, yesterday. Does that mean anything? I guarantee you he shot him from outside. So Edgeworth is right. And this man is known for, like, manufacturing evidence, too. Or, like, police reports and everything. Oh, bro, I can't tell where this is going. You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. I'm trying. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean?
Well, for instance. For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer?
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them. Thus, leaving only 1 bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yes. I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yadi Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
Thank you. Okay. The murderer came from outside. Yes. Okay. We're getting there. Finally. An hour and 10 minutes. We're getting there. What? The 2 men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet fires outside. That's what I was thinking, but I wouldn't think that it would hit, Von Karma like that. I guarantee you that's Von Karma. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator. Okay, see, what I was thinking was he just stuck his gun to the bullet hole that was already in the window and then just shot him. That's what I was thinking crazy, Mia, okay? And the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. And just straight bang. On the spot.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying?
deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. He went on vacation! Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sharp today. I'm so happy I drank this coffee.
Hey, Nick,
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several... Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he'd taken in his many years of prosecuting.
I'm only really happy because a few videos ago I just got stuck and I just felt so like defeated because I didn't know what to do. But now I feel like I'm on top of things again. I don't know if it's just because it's right in my face or what, but I feel proud of myself. Okay, let me have this moment.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock?
But took it because he was injured.
Which would mean
It could only mean one thing.
he was the murderer in the DL6 incident.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma.
Oh man, oh boy. Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed and confused.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now?
Shit.
Hold on. I can't say it now because I don't have any evidence to back it up. If I save it for a better time, my chance might go away and I might fail. Let me save. Save it for a better time. Wait, I don't have enough proof yet. Exactly. Okay, that's what I was thinking. This is my trump card. I'd better save it for the right time.
Mr. Wright, something the matter?
I'm fine, Your Honor.
Shall we carry on with the trial then, That said, we have no farther to go. All that is left is the finish. In other words, the verdict.
What? Not yet.
Think, Mr. Wright. You have said that someone from the outside was the murderer. Yet, you cannot suggest anyone as a possible suspect, which means your conjecture is worthless and will be rejected, of course.
Nick, now's no time to be holding on to that trump card. The trial's almost over.
Oh, all right. I may not know what I'm doing, but here it goes. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
But my hands are shaking.
What, Mr. Wright? Come on, speak up.
Von Karma. Von Karma. This whole court is shook. This is gonna be 2 hours long.
You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there?
Bah.
You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the trial, after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife, Mr. Wright?
Bring... Gamers Nexus.
Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Shit.
Nick, let's find out who this doctor is.
It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. God damn it. Nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane.
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Unless it went straight through him, hello? Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Is it still inside him?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Shit. Fuck it. Why not? We'll try it. Alright, Von Karma. I'll prove it. Let me save. I'm being careful. Yep, see? Right before I... Okay. I'll even use evidence. You know how you like to... Yeah.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Fuck it, why not?
What exactly is that?
Fuck. I thought it was gonna be on some, like, weird shit that I didn't understand.
Judge, if you would.
Right. Penalty. I'm really not sure how I've managed to make it this far. Don't fry me like that, please. So there is evidence. What is it? Oh my... Bro, don't... Oh my... This is some shit, dude. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. This court is going nuts.
Is that even possible? For all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We just so happen to have this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. There we go. I've never seen that stance before. Let's get it.
I refuse.
You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you.
Order. Order, order, order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
Shit, I don't know, but we have to give it a shot, huh? It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. God damn it. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. Indeed. There was a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. Please just give up. I'm hungry. I'm trying to eat. Please. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. You can't just say that shit.
But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I.
Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday, you bastard. We have one thing, though. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No. I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof.
That's a bullet.
Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma. Is the bullet buried in your shoulder? We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then, we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Holy shit. Okay. So he's the one causing earthquakes, I get it. Ooh, okay. Are you okay, Edgeworth? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait. I know. I'm not gonna read this. No, quiet. I said quiet. You're not breathing. Stop breathing my air. Stop breathing my air. I love that. Yep. Right hand. That's why the fingerprints are on the right hand, I assume. That's so trash, though. I can't believe that was never brought up. I found it out. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. Wow, this is nuts. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Damn. Damn. Mr. Von Karma.
I told you he was causing earthquakes. So it was you. God damn, dude. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Your father shamed me with the penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you.
Oh my god. That shit is so funny.
Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! Edgeworth!
It was a shock like none I had ever seen. Me? Penalized. I can't read this in his voice anymore. My throat is gonna, like... It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and then felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. And I got shot in the shoulder. I was in pain. A horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. He looks so gangster right there. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then, it was destiny. Bang. Damn. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. That's fire. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi, because he didn't... Oh my gosh. I would never have been able to, like, consider all of this, like, the grand scheme of things. I was so naive. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought that another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge! What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. Yes. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Hey, confetti again. Hey. Actually, that's satisfying. That is all. This court is adjourned. Now to go through like 10 minutes of like post-court chat. That shit lasted 7.5 hours. I would not be able to be an attorney or like prosecutor. I do not want to get called into jury duty.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. Just say thank you!
I know. Try thank you, bitch.
I see. Thank you. Right. You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry. I'm not very good at this sort of thing.
You gotta learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Whoo!
Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Get...
Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in that cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't it the hot dog guy? Isn't that...
Oh my gosh, everyone's here. You're really trying to, like, kill me.
Isn't that hot dog guy from the park?
Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. This is the first thing you said, like, ever, in the game. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick? It's Kiance. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that one coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you've come along. You come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's 38... Did he do it? Oh my gosh. Huh. What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly?
Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
38? No. No, Larry, it was you? Yeah, you really are dumb. What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. He's talking to me right now. I didn't put that together either. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, huh? Edgeworth. You should have told me.
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I become a defense attorney because of what you two did? Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I had known, I'd have become a prosecutor. Nah. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, you want to switch, right?
Hi, y'all. Line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time. Let's go.
And after that, dinner's on me.
Please say to be continued. Fuck. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. You dropped off some food? Oh shit, 502. You guys stayed out all night? Hey. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5? Maybe I should go back. Oh, he woke up. Okay. He sleeps here? What's this? A letter.
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back on my training. Go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Oh my gosh. Goodbye? What time is it? God, the first trains for the mountains have already left the station. Or to the station. Oh shit, here we are. Hello? I guess I'm too late. Jesus Christ, okay.
Hey! Nick?
Maya. Aw, she's sad. So, you're leaving? I told you this video is gonna be 2 fucking hours long.
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Wow. This game is so cheesy. Wait!
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. The bullet.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he'd taken out all of the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence he needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Aw, she's still going away. Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're home.
I don't know about that. You better get going.
So, this is it. See you soon.
Or see you soon, Maya. Thanks.
Thanks, Nick.
Do you have any luggage with you? And so my is this the end of the first game? Hold up. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. I got a bad feeling about this. Wow, I did not think that was the end of the game. I thought there was an episode after this. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. He's still getting there. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? This video is so damn long. Huh? Nick, haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Misty's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. She's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Shut up. Dude, shout out to all these people. This is a solid game. This dude. You're so trash. Shout out to Noriyuki Otani. The bellboy. Affidavit, yes. No way. Okay. Please do not show, what's her face? What? I dig this music. Thank you, Masakazu. Yeah. Hey! So who are we right now? Like a reporter or something? I thought you did it, to be honest. They still haven't cleaned up that table. It's been months. What a trash movie studio. Cody. It's so tragic. Oh my gosh. Oh, man. Look at Edgeworth smiling a little bit. Wow. That might be the thumbnail, honestly. Whoa. Turnabout goodbyes. See, I knew I wasn't over. Hold up. What is this? Is this, like, specifically the trilogy? Because this seems like the, you know, the style is kind of different. I don't know, is that... I'm confused. Wait. It still says Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm sure the second game is called, like, Ace Attorney 2 or some shit, so I assume the first game is still not over yet. Shit, well, this video is long enough, so good God. That was fun. That was a hype trial. I'm not exactly sure what's going on right now. I mean, those credits seemed like end game credits a little bit. Or maybe it just goes like every 4 episodes. I'm not so sure. But nonetheless, I'm going to continue playing this because I love it. It's a fun game. Most of the time. I'm just bad. But along with this, I am doing the Infamous and Uncharted series still. I'm going to be finishing those up at some point. I don't know. And I'm also streaming Days Gone and Assassin's Creed 2 over at twitch.tv/GameCuber. Link in the description. So if you want to see any of that, or you liked this long video, please consider subscribing to the channel and following me over at Twitch. If you watched the whole video to get here, thank you very much, and I applaud you. And consider leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, share, whatever you like, you know, just some feedback on the video would be cool. And thank you very much for watching. I'm excited to see where this goes.